I'm Kristen Vartan. Here are some of the stories making headlines locally. Some developing news overnight from Southwest Bakersfield. A man was struck and killed in a crash. Some developing news that we are seeing is coming directly from those authorities, and they're telling us, the Bakersfield Police Department, that the man who has not been named was hit by a car at the intersection of New Stein and Bell Terrace after 8 last night. He was taken to a hospital for his injuries, where he later died. Police say the driver remained at the crash and cooperated with the investigation, and BPD adding they believe the man who was hit was already lying in the roadway before the crash occurred. Meanwhile, BPD is searching for the driver in another deadly crash. Officers found a woman at the intersection of Alfred Harrell Highway and the 178 suffering from major injuries after being hit by a pickup truck. She died at the scene of that crash. Police say the driver ran away and that he was a Hispanic male. So if you have any information about the incident, you can call BPD at 661-327-7111. And now to the fire in Oildale that damaged several businesses Saturday afternoon, including the Benahex Bar. The call first came in as grass fire off State Road, which spread to the buildings nearby. The Kern County Fire Department says huge columns of smoke were coming from a commercial building where 24 firefighters were called to fight the blaze.
So there was about 30 guys on scene fighting the fire. It is a fairly large building. Approximately 20,000 square foot building, 3 separate suites in the building. It put up a whole lot of smoke. It's near a pretty busy intersection. The freeway was causing traffic delays, so we had to get law enforcement on scene. People were driving over our fire hose and so forth. Everybody wanted to take pictures, and we had a difficult time getting in because of the amount of traffic.
He adds only one person was in the building, but thankfully they were able to get out and nobody was hurt. They still don't know what caused that fire, but did say the roof collapsed, as did part of the building itself. 2 automobile businesses and the popular Benahex Bar were affected, and that's the 3rd local bar burned down in the past couple months. KCFD says this is a good reminder to clear any and all potential hazards away from your home that could be close to grassy fields and dry canal beds. And now let's take a look at your weather forecast. Definitely we're seeing some wind speeds ahead in our communities here. Let's get into that because our mountain communities are almost in that region, but really our deserts are getting hit with the most wind today. We are in a wind advisory until 11 p.m. Sunday night, and it's going to be affecting our communities like Mojave and California City and Edwards Air Force Base. I mean, look at those wind speeds, anywhere from 35-mile-per-hour winds to even 44 and almost 50 there in California City. It's definitely gusty, so make sure if you are headed out the door, you drive safely and you grip your steering wheel and you just steer clear of any trees and any big trucks. It's very important during this time. Those wind speeds will die down and that wind advisory will expire after tonight. But of course, with all that being said, it'll still be a little gusty for us in that region, and in our Bakersfield area be breezy but not too bad as it is in other parts of our communities. And of course, this wind and a low pressure system are causing these cooler temperatures today and on Monday as well, but we will gradually skirt back up to those 90s, high 90s for us midweek Wednesday and Thursday. And we will have some wind toward the end of our week on the weekend again, and then it'll start to gradually go back up into those 90s. So definitely look out for that. Our mountain communities will also experience this uptrend of heat. We're going to go from those 70s to those 80s and 90s in Lake Isabella, to Tehachapi and Fraser Park, going from those low 60s to low 70s, and then we're going to touch into those 80s as well. And that's what's making headlines for us here in our community. We'll have another update for you later on today.